Hello students, hope all of you are fine. So dear children, we are doing the lesson biomolecules. So today we will discuss about the metabolites and enzymes. Metabolites, the plant product produces thousand type of chemicals. Some of the organic compounds like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, nucleic acid, chlorophyll, heme are required for the basic metabolic process and found throughout the plant kingdom. These organic compounds are called primary metabolites or the biomolecules. They are produced in large quantities and can easily be extracted from the plants. Many plants, fungi, and microbes of certain genera and families synthesize a number of organic compounds which are not involved in primary metabolism like photosynthesis, respiration, protein, and the lipid metabolism, and seem to have no direct function in the growth and development of the plant. Such compounds are called secondary metabolites. For example, secondary plant product or the natural products. Okay, so it includes the pigments, carotenoids, anthocyanin, alkaloids like morphines, and then toxin like abrine, ricin, lecithin. Okay, then there can be rubber. Okay, there is polymeric substances like rubber, gum, cellulose. Okay, these compounds are produced in small quantities and their extraction from the plant is difficult and expensive. They accumulate in small quantity only in specific part of the plants. These are derivative of primary metabolites. Okay, so they, by the cultivation of the plant cells in a culture medium, secondary metabolite can be produced on the large scale. Now, role of the secondary metabolites. Some of them attract animals for the pollination and seed dispersal. They are used by plant in their defense against herbivores and pathogens like the poison or toxin that is present in them like arabine or ricin. They act as agent of the plant competition. They are used in making drugs, insecticides, flavors, pigments, scent, rubber, species, and other industrial material like gum, resin for human welfare. Now, types of metabolites. These secondary metabolites are highly numerous in number, chemically diverse in nature, and belongs to three groups, that is isopyrenoids or terpenes, for example rubber, steroids, essential oils, then carotenoids, pigments. Okay, next is nitrogen containing compounds like alkaloids, glucosinolates, then glucosides, then non protein amino acids. Then next one is phenolic compounds. For example, we have lignin, tannin, coumarin, aflatoxins, flavonoids, that is anthocyanins. Okay, so these are the metabolites. Now next we are going to do about the enzymes. Chemical nature of enzymes. Okay, so enzymes are commonly proteinaceous substances which are capable of catalyzing chemical reactions of biological origin without themselves undergoing any change. That means enzymes, they do not change but they help in the catalyzing reaction, therefore they are called biocatalyst. Enzymes are synthesized by living cells. The term enzyme was coined by Cooney in 1878 for catalytically active substance previously called ferments. Enzymes were actually found out by Buchner in 1897 with the accidental discovery that fermentation of sugar is not only caused by living yeast cell but also yeast extract. The extract obviously possess biocatalysts required for the process. Now, Buchner in 1903 also isolated the first enzyme. He was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1903. There are numerous enzymes as every biochemical reaction is catalyzed by a separate enzyme. It is estimated that a cell contains over 5,000 chemicals. The number of chemical reaction in many is many times more. Therefore, the number of enzyme in several thousands. A cell with an average diameter of 20 micrometer has about 1000 cell reaction going on at any time. All of them require specific enzyme. All the enzymes are not present at all the times in the cell, but they are formed as and when required from the blueprint present in the DNA. Enzymes are mainly functional inside the living cell. As found out by Buchner, they can be extracted from the cells and made to catalyze reaction outside the living cell. In nature, some enzymes are secreted by living cell and made to perform extracellular catalysis. Digestive enzymes belong to this category. Several enzymes of medical and chemical importance are now available in the market. For example, rennet tablet from the rennin of calf stomach for coagulating milk protein casein during preparation of the cheese and other milk products. Enzymes functional outside the living cell are called exoenzymes. For example, enzymes present in digestive juice, lysozymes of the tears. Enzymes functional inside living cells are known as the endoenzymes. Okay, so examples of the endoenzymes are enzymes of Krebs cycle inside the mitochondria, enzymes of glycolysis inside the cytoplasm. The biochemicals which is acted upon by an enzyme is known as substrate. In case two biochemicals are involved in the reaction, the same is called reactant. The chemical formed after the completion of reaction are termed as product. The final product are also called end products. The part of enzyme that take part in catalyzing biochemical reaction are called active site. Next is biological importance. The thousands of chemical reactions are taking place in the body of the living organism. All of them are mediated by enzymes. Enzymes are specialized catalysts that operate at biological temperature. Enzyme mediated reactions do not require harsh treatment. They are pH specific so that reaction requiring different pH operate in different part of the body. As they operate under favorable conditions, enzyme force the organism to live under favorable environment. Enzymes are highly regulated, therefore, their formation is controlled by separate genes. Activation and repression of gene allows certain enzymes to be functional or non-functional in the cells. Economic importance. ELISA, it is enzyme based detection of the disease like AIDS. Next is endonucleases. These are enzymes used in breaking DNA at the specific sites. DNA fragments are employed in genetic engineering. Alcoholic beverages enzyme complex enzymes or zymase obtained from yeast is used in brewing or fermentation of alcoholic drinks. Next is as detergents. They contain proteases for a brighter washing of the clothes and amylase for dishwashing. Baby food. Trypsin is added to particular pre-digested baby food. Streptokinase. The enzyme is used in clearing blood clots inside the blood vessels. Digestive aids, diastase, and other enzymes are used regularly by the patient with deficient digestive juice. Cheese, rennets, or rennin tablets are used for preparing the cheese. Then lactase and lipase are employed to provide proper consistency and flavor to the cheese. Now next is pectinase. It is used for clearing fruit juices, retting of the fiber, and preparation of green coffee. The proteases, the enzyme is employed for chill proofing of the beverages, degumming of the silk, cleaning of hides, softening of the breads and the meat. Now let's discuss chemical nature of the enzymes. All enzymes are globular proteins with exception of recently discovered RNA enzymes. Some enzymes may additionally contain non-protein group. Accordingly, there are two types of enzymes, simple and conjugate. Simple enzymes, it is enzyme which is wholly made of protein. Active site is formed by specific grouping of its own amino acids. Additional substances or group is absent, for example pepsin, trypsin, urease. Now next is conjugate enzymes. It is an enzyme which is formed of two parts, a protein part called apoenzyme, for example flavoprotein, and non-protein part named cofactor. Now the complete conjugate enzyme consisting of apoenzyme and cofactor is called holoenzyme. Active site is formed jointly by apoenzyme and the cofactor. Cofactor is small, heat stable and dialysable part of conjugated enzyme. It may be inorganic or organic in nature. Organic cofactor are of two types, coenzyme and prosthetic group. Coenzyme are easily separable non-protein organic cofactors. Prosthetic group are non-protein organic cofactor formerly attached to the apoenzyme. For example, heme, biotin, pyridoxal phosphate. Heme is an iron containing prosthetic group in the cytochrome. Then hemoglobin, myoglobin, catalase and peroxidase. The last two cause breakdown of the hydrogen peroxide to water and oxygen. FMN and FAD are considered prosthetic group of some workers while others consider them to be coenzyme. Both coenzyme and prosthetic group take part in group transfer reaction. Prosthetic group require a single apoenzyme for picking up the group and transferring the same. Coenzyme require two apoenzyme, one for picking up the group and second for transferring the group. NAD plus NADP plus coenzyme A. Coenzyme has three important functions. That is, coenzyme is essential for bringing the substrate in contact with the enzyme. It pick up a product of the reaction, for example hydrogen in case of NAD plus, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or NADP plus. The product picked up by a coenzyme is transferred to the other or another reactant. Certain workers use the term cofactor for any loosely bound non-protein group. The organic cofactor is called coenzyme. They use the term prosthetic group similarly for both inorganic and organic group attached formally to the apoenzyme. Most of the coenzyme are made of water-soluble protein, that is B and C, that is thymine, riboflavin, nicotinamide, pyridoxine. Inorganic cofactor include ions of variety of minerals, for example calcium, iron, copper, zinc, magnesium, manganese, potassium, nickel, molybdenum, selenium, then cobalt. They usually function as activators by forming one or more coordination bond with both the substrate and active site of enzyme. Fe2 plus is cofactor for catalase. Chloride ion stimulate activity of salivary amylase. Zinc is required for carboxypeptidase, NAD plus and NADP plus activity. Now site of or site active site or active spot. The whole of enzyme molecules is not active in catalyzing a chemical reaction. Only a small portion of it is active. It is called active site or active spot. An enzyme may have one or several active sites. An active site or spot is an area of the enzyme which is capable of attracting and holding particular substrate molecules by its specific charge, size and shape so as to allow the chemical change. It failed to recognize other molecules. Active site consist of few amino acid and their side group which are brought together in a particular fashion due to secondary and tertiary folding of protein molecule and its association with the cofactor if any. For example, the active site for aldolase is glycine, histidine, alanine, while that of pyruvic oxidase is aspartic acid, cysteine, alanine. The remaining amino acid help maintain the shape of enzyme molecule. Now next we'll move to the nomenclature, how the enzymes they are named. All the enzymes should end with the suffix ase. Exceptions are some old names, for example tyline, pepsin, trypsin. Some old names indicate the source but not the action. For example, papain, okay, from papaya, bromelain from pineapple or family Bromelaceae. In modern system, enzyme names are given after substrate acted upon, that is sucrase after sucrose, lipase, proteinases, nucleases, peptidases, maltase. Okay, that means the substrate is followed by ase. Then chemical reaction, dehydrogenase, that is oxidase, carboxylase, decarboxylase, etc. The second category of name are group names. They are often qualified by addition of name of the substrate. For example, succinic dehydrogenase, isocitric dehydrogenase, glutamate pyruvate transaminase, DNA polymerase. Thus, DNA polymerase catalyzes synthesis of DNA segment through polymerization of deoxyribonucleotide. Similarly, glutamate pyruvate transaminase transfer amino group, that is NH2, from the glutamate to the pyruvate. So we discussed about the active site or active spot and nomenclature of the enzyme. Now next we'll move to the classification of the enzymes. Now enzymes, in older times enzymes were classified into two broad categories, that is hydrolyzing catalyzing hydrolysis of larger molecules into smaller ones. For example, carbohydrate or amylases, proteases, lipases, esterases, phosphorylases, amidases. Digestive enzymes are hydrolyzing in nature. They are often grouped into three types, that is proteolytic, amylolytic and lipolytic. For example, next is desmolysing, that is catalyzing the reaction other than the hydrolysis, that is aldolase, dehydrogenases, oxidases, peroxidases, catalases, carboxylases, etc. Now we'll discuss about the modern system. Now modern system of enzyme classification, it was introduced by the International Union of Biochemistry, that is IUB, International Union of Biochemistry, in 1961. It groups enzyme into the following 6 categories. That means there are 6 categories, okay, as we have listed. That is oxidoreductase, transferase, then hydrolases, lysases, isomerases, and ligases. Now oxidoreductases, they take part in oxidation and reduction reaction or transfer of the electrons. If S reduced plus S oxidized is there, then oxidoreductase will produce X oxidized, okay, plus S dash is reduced, okay. Next we have oxidoreductase are of 3 types: oxidases, dehydrogenase, and reductase. For example, cytochrome oxidase that is oxidizes cytochrome, succinate dehydrogenase, and nitrate reductase. Next we have is the transferase. They transfer a group from one molecule to another. That is glutamate pyruvate transaminase transfer amino group from the glutamate to pyruvate during synthesis of alanine. The chemical group transfer does not occur in the free state. Next we have is glutamic acid plus oxaloacetic acid in presence of transferase enzyme will give alpha ketogluteric acid, plus aspartic acid, okay. So next we have is hydrolases. They catalyze hydrolysis of the bond like ester, ether, peptide, glycosidic, that is carbon carbon bond, halides, then phosphorus and nitrogen, etc., which are formed by dehydration condensation. Hydrolases break up large molecule into the smaller one with the help of hydrogen and hydroxyl group of water molecule. The phenomenon is called the hydrolysis. Digestive enzyme belong to this group. For example, amylase, hydrolysis of the starch, sucrase, lactase. Next is lysase. The enzyme cause cleavage, removal of group without hydrolysis, addition of group to the double bond, or removal of the group producing the double bond. Histidine decarboxylase. It break histidine to histamine and carbon dioxide. Histidine, it break into histamine and carbon dioxide. Aldolase, okay, aldolase, fructose 1,6-diphosphate is broken down to dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde phosphate with the help of the lysase. Next is isomerases. The enzyme cause rearrangement of the molecular structure to effect isomeric changes. They are of 3 types: isomerase, that is aldolase to ketose group, or vice versa, like glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate. Then epimerase, change in the position of one constituent or the carbon group, like xylulose phosphate to ribulose phosphate. And mutases, that is shifting the position of side group, like glucose 6-phosphate to glucose 1-phosphate. Next we have is ligase, that is synthetase. Ligase is also known as synthetase. The enzyme catalyzes bonding of 2 chemicals with the help of energy obtained from ATP, resulting in the formation of such bond as carbon oxygen, carbon sulfur, carbon nitrogen, phosphorus oxygen. For example, pyruvate carboxylase. It combines pyruvic acid with carbon dioxide to produce oxaloacetic acid. Now let's discuss the characteristics of the enzymes. So characteristics or the properties of the enzyme. First is the protein nature. Enzymes are generally globular proteins. They may have additional inorganic or organic substances for their activity. However, 2 types of RNA enzymes are known: ribozyme for removing introns and ribonuclease P, that is Altman et al. in 1983 for separating transfer RNAs from the heterogeneous RNA. Then peptidyl transferase has also been found to be part of ribosomal RNA by Noller, okay, in 1992. Molecular weight. Being proteinaceous, the enzymes are giant molecule with molecular weight of 6,000, that is to your 46 lakh. Okay. Next is colloidal nature. They are hydrophilic and form hydrosol in the free state. Next is chemical reaction. Enzymes do not start chemical reaction but increase the rate of chemical reaction. They do not change the equilibrium but bring about equilibrium very soon. Next is efficiency. The number of substrate molecules changed per minute by a molecule or enzyme is called turnover number. The higher the turnover number, the more efficient an enzyme is. It depends upon the number of active points present over the enzyme, precise collision between the reactant and the rate of removal of end product, optimum turnover the number for enzyme carbonic anhydrase enzyme present in the RVCs in is 36 million, catalase 5 million, enzyme sucrase or invertase is 10,000 and flavoprotein is 50. Enzyme efficiency is usually much more than that of inorganic catalyst. For example, the rate of enzyme mediate hydrolysis of urea is 10 to the power 14 times higher than the rate of its acid hydrolysis carried out at 40 degrees Celsius higher temperature. Similarly, the rate of carbon dioxide hydration is 10 million times faster in presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase than in its absence. Now, unchanged form. Enzymes are in no way transformed or used up in the chemical reaction but come out unchanged at the end of the reaction. Reversibility. Theoretically, all enzyme controlled reactions are reversible. Reversibility is, however, dependent upon energy requirement, availability of the reactants, then concentration of end product and the pH. Next is enzyme specificity. Enzymes are highly specific in their action. For example, enzyme maltase act on sugar maltose but not on lactose or sucrose. Different enzymes may act on same substrate but give rise to different product. For example, raffinose give rise to mallebiose and fructose in presence of enzyme sucrase, while in presence of enzyme mallebiase it produce lactose and the sucrose. Similarly, an enzyme may act on different substrate. For example, sucrase can act on both sucrose and raffinose, producing different end products. Now, heat sensitivity. All enzymes are heat sensitive or thermolabile. Most enzymes operate optimally between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. They become inactive at freezing temperature and denature at 50 degree to 55 degrees Celsius. However, the thermal algae and bacteria are an exception. Their enzymes remain functional even at 80 degrees Celsius. Enzymes of the seeds and spores are also not denatured at 60 degree to 70 degrees Celsius. Next we have is protein poison. Being made of protein, enzymes are inactivated or denatured by all those substances and forces which destroy protein structure. For example, heavy metals, high energy radiation. Next is pH. Each enzyme function at particular pH. Now, for example, pepsin, it act on the 2 pH, sucrase 4.5 pH, salivary amylase 6.8 pH trypsin 8.5 pH. A change in pH make the enzyme ineffective. The specificity of the pH for enzyme activity is helpful in regulating enzymes. For example, salivary amylase stop its activity in stomach where hydrochloric acid is secreted. The same acid activate another enzyme pepsin from its precursor called pepsinogen. Pepsinogen can also be changed into pepsin by catalytic activity of the later. Now, enzyme substrate complex. The active site of enzyme have a specific conformation for attaching and holding substrate. It usually possesses a crevice or pocket where the substrate fit in a complementary fashion. Two join to form complex known as the enzyme substrate complex. The complex state is short lived. The substrate is changed into the product. The product remains complex with the active site of the enzyme for a brief period. They soon separate and active site is freed to perform another catalytic act. The greater the affinity of the enzyme for a substrate, the higher is the catalytic activity. Next is the chain reaction. Biochemical reactions are not isolated. A number of them occur in quick succession. A team of enzymes work one after the other to accomplish such multi-step reaction. For example, 5 enzymes for conversion of threonine to isoleucine. So dear students, with this I'll conclude the video, and in next video I'll discuss about the remaining part of the enzymes.